Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I am Opfrah WINEfrey. I wanted to start a show that would give great information to women how to have the life of their dreams and their desires. Interview women who have their own business or run a business and let them share with the audience of women what they do, why they do it. And then second half of that is to have an artist, a singer, and an author come up and share her own experience. The guest this afternoon for our show is Linda Richardson. Linda is the director of the Philadelphia Transcendental Meditation Center. Linda Richardson has over 42 years experience as a meditator and teacher of the Transcendental Meditation Program. Everyone, please give it up for Linda! Come on out, Linda! I am so glad to have you on my show.
Well, I'm glad to be here.
Well, listen, Transcendental Meditation, we need to demystify that right away, don't you think?
Yes, I do.
Now, when I first started practicing Transcendental Meditation, Linda, when I first heard about it, I thought this was the strangest term that I had ever heard. But then when I started looking at the benefits of Transcendental Meditation, I became very curious. So can you first of all tell us, why is it called Transcendental Meditation, and isn't that kind of woo-woo-ish?
A lot of people think it is woo-woo-ish. Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, who is the founder
Now
of
say that a little bit slower for those of us who are just hearing this for the first time.
Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, who is the founder of Transcendental Meditation, even admitted a long time ago that if he knew the term would have caused so much commotion, he would never have chosen it. But very simply, if we just look at what the word means, transcendental means to go beyond. Meditation means to think. In Transcendental Meditation, we're going beyond the conscious level of thinking. So the mind and body go beyond waking, sleeping, and dreaming, and they settle down into a new state of consciousness or a new condition of the mind and body that's called transcendental consciousness. So in Transcendental Meditation, the rest that an individual enjoys is twice as deep as sleep. And the reason that we know
Now say that one more time, because that's really profound, I think.
Yes.
That's a tweet.
Right. So when you go to sleep at night, all you're doing is eliminating surface fatigue and tension. The deeper rooted stresses from life, they just keep on building up, clogging the nervous system, interfering with the person's overall happiness and their overall productivity. With Transcendental Meditation, we settle down into this state of deep rest that, again, is twice as deep as sleep.
That means to me, Linda, if we're meditating for the results, that means once I'm meditating, when I go out into the real world, that's when I'm experiencing the results of it?
Correct.
Like what, for example?
Well, there's 4 areas that a person will notice results: mentally, physically, socially, and environmentally. So sometimes people notice that their thinking is clear. They're better able to focus, to concentrate. We know that depression and anxiety go down. Stress and anxiety are the #1 reasons why people learn Transcendental Meditation. 78% of people come for that reason.
Well, meditation, you said there are 4 areas, one of which was social. Does that mean that it's possible to get the mate you've been looking for?
Well, what starts to happen with an individual, they are operating more in tune with the laws of nature. So what they find is that nature starts to support them in things that are good for them. So yes, it could possibly lead to choosing the correct mate.
I see. That's a good thing.
You do make better decisions because the brainwave activity is more orderly.
Well, it's so interesting that you're saying this, Linda, because, whenever I've recognized that whenever I'm having a very stressful encounter with Stedman, and I'm really struggling with what he's saying, or I'm not in agreement, and a lot of anxiety is rising up, when I pause to do my 20 minutes of meditation, I have such clearer judgment and interaction with him than I do before I meditate.
Correct.
Would it be fair to say that those who meditate in the workplace are more successful than those who don't meditate in the workplace? Would it be fair to say that?
It would be fair to say that.
Fair to say that.
Yes. In fact, it is one of the most successful It is, I think, the most successful hedge fund company in the United States. And the individuals made a video. And in the video, what they said is that they were more efficient on the job, they were better to accomplish more, and they also were not as stressed by the job. And anything.
Here in my room, alone in my closet, hoping that you will answer my call, feeling unsure of my path, hope and despair ain't gonna last, needing to know that my life is worth it all. I remember talking aloud to myself saying, there has to be a better way. This is not working. There has to be a better way. A better way presented itself. It happened one day while watching the Oprah Winfrey show. Her show was about a form of meditation called transcendental meditation. While my eyes were glued to Oprah's televised trip to Fairfield, Iowa, I too decided that I wanted to make the same pilgrimage and perhaps learn the practice of transcendental meditation. Nearly 2 years later, I found myself aboard a plane heading for, you guessed it, Fairfield, Iowa.